welcome back, and thanks for coming back. I'm not quite Mr. Paul, but I'll give it a good go.
Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Downtown, Paphos, that's where we are. We got a view to die for, by the way. Do you want to have a quick look at it? Yeah, you fancy that? That's Baron von Cigar. Obviously, I am Mr. Paul. But look at that for a view from where we are sitting. Oh my goodness. And I got a feeling that this is going to be the venue of the brand new, soon to be opened Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And we invite you to sit with us because this is Baron von Cigar. Many of you know that. And he is one of the founding members of the place that's going to be called Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And we thank him very, very much.
Yeah, I'm not really
Tell
sure
them
how
the
we come to that. Well, it's a bit of an odd one, really.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last September. You know, we were saying, where would you like to be? You know, and we start dreaming big, don't we? That's what we do.
Yeah, we all shoot.
We were like,
for the
we want a
stars.
hotel, we want this, we want that, and then we sort of reined it in a little bit. And we settled on a lounge bar. And then it was just a case of like, you know, where are you going to get the money from? How are you going to do that?
Always the problem.
Always the problem.
Always.
Where are you going to do it as well? That was one of, you know, because there was talks at one stage of doing it in a different country. We went that far away, didn't we?
Yeah, it was. But we are... A guy told me the other day, one of the restaurant owners in the harbour, he speaks very good English, one of the owners, and he said, you are a fixture and fitting of downtown Paphos.
It's not bad going in 4
and
years,
he even
is it?
said downtown Paphos. So some of these words have slowly but surely gone into even Cypriot culture. And we do get a lot of people walking up to us saying, blue, 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 Mediterranean Sea. Again, Cypriots. Often they're living in London, and there's a lady and her husband who live in Australia, and they accosted us on the promenade not that long ago, and she walked up. Obviously, I'd never met her before, and she walked up to me and she said, "You're him," and I went, "Who?" And she went, "Blue, blue, 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 Mediterranean Sea." I went, "Could be,
Could be.
We had a bit of a chat. Absolutely fabulous people who come back to Paphos once a year. But like I said, they're Australian Cypriots. And we understand we've got quite a few Australian Cypriots. There's Canadian Cypriots watching us as well.
You've gone worldwide then.
Well,
Mr. Worldwide.
Who knows? Who knows?
Wow,
Who
who knows
worldwide,
that?
but you never know. Anyway, the video last night was all about, we believe we found the location. We are in early negotiations. But at the end of the day, even if that doesn't work out, there's no question about it. The Marika and Me Lounge Bar is opening by March 2025. The plan is, hopefully, if our negotiations go well, we haven't got to look for anywhere else, and we'll be open for Christmas. And I understand it's not going to be very busy, but it's something that's quite
a soft
symbolic.
start to give you a good chance to get
right.
things in place.
That's right.
Give you a few months. But it'll give you a few months in the building to iron out the kinks before it does get busy. So
because
come the height of summer next year, you should hit the ground
running.
With
any business, if you try and open, let's say in May in Cyprus, in the tourist season, unfortunately your customers are going to suffer.
Well, it bit the ocean basket in the arse last year, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
They opened in the height of summer, even with a well-trained kitchen and team.
And they're experts.
They still cocked it up.
But of course, even though they're experts and their staff were from other branches, they were not used to the surroundings.
The layout of the building and stuff like that. That's where it gets
so
you.
Fingers crossed. We are actually sitting, by the way, we're not going to tell you exactly where it is, but we are actually sitting in the potential Marika and Me Lounge Bar. That view that you just got was the view off the rear terrace. We're on Front Road. The place is huge.
It is a big, big venue.
Isn't it? It is.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah.
And some exciting ideas in the pipeline.
Well, the plan is to have what we call this lounge bar. Now, I know it's very difficult to explain, but we will be a coffee shop, a tea shop, afternoon teas, breakfast, light snacks,
sandwiches.
Sandwiches, beers and drinks all day. But of course, at night time, we've become more of this vibey, chic, hopefully, place where people like to come and chill out, perhaps have a bite to eat, but primarily sit with their friends, sit with us, have a cocktail or two. Because people like to do that on holidays.
Yeah, they do. People like exclusivity, don't they?
And where we're actually sitting, if it is this venue, this will be the private members only area. Correct?
Which will come with a buy-in.
Will come with a buy-in. How much is the buy-in? How much are they going to have to pay?
250 euros.
250 euros. There we go. He thinks it's very reasonable.
Well, of course it is.
It is.
It's exclusive.
And there's also a secret garden area. and that will be cocooned in palm trees and all those kind of things. And of course, you'll be able to sit there and sup on a cocktail or two. Now, if you do like what you see, what do you do? Hit the like,
Subscribe.
comment, because that's what we all like. None of that costs you a single penny. But of course, if you would like to be part of the Marika and me family, or perhaps you just want to gift us a virtual coffee or two, like one of these, you can go to the Buy Me a Coffee platform, Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, up will come our landing page, tells you a little bit more about us, and that is where you can read a comment or two of lots of people who like us a little bit, and then perhaps you could join us as a superstar member, starting off at €10 a month, or give us a virtual coffee as a thank you. And we do thank you very, very much indeed. Very, very soon, early in next week, the PayPal account will be open. That will always be then in the first comments. The Buy Me a Coffee link will be there. Obviously, the other two websites, Cars and Me, if you want to watch Paul monkeying around with cars, that will be there. Marika's channel, Marika and You, that will be there. Or just go and hunt for them on YouTube yourselves. And I would like to thank a very, very good friend of mine who is the man who is backing this venture. I haven't got enough money. I understand that, 30-odd thousand lying around in cash, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money,
but
you need a lot more.
We need an awful, awful lot more. We understand that a lot of our family members are going to contribute. If it's only €5, we thank you very much. Many are going to have a little look around and gift us €50. Some are going to go €250.
Yeah, I think I'm going to empty the back of the sofa out.
Back of the sofa.
Yeah.
So this is a €5,000 man, maybe more, maybe more. But I want to say a big, big thank you to my friend. I've known him for many, 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 many years, all the way back in school. He wants to stay anonymous. So he's asked me, one of the main conditions is, he doesn't live in Cyprus. He lives in the UK. He said he will come to Cyprus and he will sit in the lounge bar now and again. And it will be up to him if he decides to say, I am the backer. But I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
Maybe some very, very select few people like Baron von Sakar, perhaps the Barnhawks, perhaps Baron John, Baroness Lillian. Maybe they get let in on the secret as time goes on once he meets you. But I've known him for 50 years. We went to school together. And how it happened, I was running around trying to raise the money, asking people, have you got 1,000, have you got 500, have you got 5,000? And a very good customer of mine said to me, I'll give you 30,000, by the way. And she is a star, absolute star, with no strings attached. So we're probably going to take that money as well. Why not?
You always need money. Places always need doing up.
We do.
You can't leave them.
It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, they are.
It is. It's always
Things break, upgrades are needed.
Yeah.
The more and more you use the building, the more and more you'll realise.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the moment, we are budgeting somewhere around about 60-ish thousand.
It's scary when you sit there and do a spreadsheet and work out what you actually need.
Yeah, but then of course it gets worse because obviously we hope you guys will come in and buy drinks, but it's going to take quite a long time to build that vibe and get those people to come back.
You've got to get it established. So, the first few years are almost about breaking even pretty much and covering your costs.
That's right. And I was chatting away to my friend just by blind fluke, and he said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm planning on opening this lounge bar. And he said, have you got the money? We are very good friends. I said, well, we think by this and by that we can probably just get to do it. And he said to me, how much do you need? I said, to be honest, we need 100. And he said, okay, check your bank in a week or two, it will be there. No strings attached.
That's the thing with this stuff like this as well. It all moves, very fast.
It's gone like that. It's
it
crazy.
Is, but like we were sat down the other day, weren't we? And we were joking. I was saying, where are we going? You say the plan is still the lounge bar. We're staying in Cyprus now. And we were just chatting, weren't we? We were talking crap like we normally do. And you're like, yeah, I think I'm going to do it next year. And I said to Paul, next year will be the year after, and then something else will get in the way. And then you'll go and buy an expensive car because you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you'll be 5 years down the line, you still haven't got there. And
if you want to help fund that car,
there'll be a separate PayPal for that.
Separate PayPal for that by Paul Bentley. For those of you, big shout out to Lord of the Lee, and of course his girl, Lady Bickley. They're in Ireland on a little getaway at the moment.
My mate Chrissy as well.
Our mate Chrissy.
Yeah. Mate Chrissy. Yeah.
He's a star. He's going to act as the bouncer when he comes round for his 2 or 3 weeks.
Because he's got a big lad now. He's got the ability to pull people in half like a cheese string.
Yeah, he's going to shred you.
Pretty much rip you in half. So,
and he, by the way, without any what's the word? Without any hesitation, said, you know, I'll give you 1,000. That's what he said straight away.
Yep.
So we thank you very, very much indeed. And we thank everyone, by the way. But as I was saying about the cars, Lord Lee, Lady Vicky, Lord Lee will be very, 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 he's probably sitting on the end of his seat now, very, 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 very happy to hear that the Jaguar is running smoother than it ever has. It's had a lot of new parts. He was right about the intercooler. That's been refurbished. We put a new oil cooler. It's had a new crankshaft, some new belts. I've just paid a bill for 1,470 euros for the parts. So I said I was going to sell it.
It's off the chopping block, yes.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to sell it now. So it is a beautiful car. It is a work of art. So I think I will keep it, and I think that will become part of the Marika and Me Lounge Bar experience. That's what I think.
It's not a bad car to be picked up from the airport.
It's a lovely car, yeah. And it's got fold-down tables in the back. Martin said he's going to bring some white powder with him next time and snort it in the back. Hopefully it's just Boots talcum powder. I hope there's nothing else.
Yeah, no, it will be. And then we can drive around with the windows open, full of cigar smoke, white powder everywhere, and get pulled over by the police and waste their time.
Well, you've reminded me now, because I was coming from Paya. If you're watching in downtown damp Cardiff, there's a couple of twins, and they are a couple of pains.
Yes, they keep losing their drones and jumping out of bushes, don't they?
They're the impersonators.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Anyway, I was coming from Paya, and I didn't see them, but they were sitting at the KFC, enjoying the view and the spectacality, and they just
probably
finished
some
their
chicken.
food, and they just finished their chicken. Yeah. And they said they saw this black Jaguar come along, stopped at traffic lights, and they thought, I wonder if that's Mr. Paul. And then all of a sudden they said the head turned this. It was quite a big cigar because I was a very happy guy that day. And this big plume of smoke came out, and they chuckled and laughed to themselves and said, yeah, there's that Richard Head, there's that idiot in a blue hat in his Jaguar.
Doesn't sound like something they'd say.
I was a very, very happy chappy because I'd been to see a lady in Paya who'd paid me quite a lot of money, so I was quite chuffed that day.
That's right.
Luckily we had few of those days, so that's quite good.
Yeah, there's more ups than downs at the moment.
Yeah. yeah. In fact, like I said, I mean, and I say my friend won't get upset by this, but I had a phenomenal day the other day.
You really did.
I don't think I'd ever, when I say earned, but I don't think I managed to secure any more money than that in my life.
Well, that was the thing though, because we were sat here, and you know, like I said, we were just talking crap, weren't we? And
yeah,
I said to you, "Oh yeah, you'll do it next year," and then I was like, "But this place is up for rent now."
That's what he said.
And you were like, no, it's not. And I was like, no, it really is. I've walked by the sign 5 times already. But you always come in the other end.
I was coming the other way.
So you didn't even realise it. You've been sat in here for a month.
I had, yeah, for a month.
For a month, and didn't even realise it.
So I went and took a picture.
Yeah.
Went home, said to Miss Archie and Priscilla Booth, phone that number. She phoned that number, and she spoke to an absolutely lovely lady.
Yeah.
But even I understood, with no disrespect to Maria, that her Greek was not on a high level.
Yeah.
And it turned out that she is a British Cypriot who and it so happens she was in Cyprus as well. And she said Marika said to her, oh, my husband is English, do you want to speak to him? So she said yes. And we started talking. And again, with no disrespect.
Where was my invite to the wedding?
Well, we're not actually married, but soon. We'll do it in the Marika and Me Lounge Bar, by the way.
Do it opening night. Kick it off.
Well, I was planning on selling that event to someone perhaps for a birthday party.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to have birthday parties here, wedding parties here, christening parties, you name it, whatever you want to do. You want to bring your dog, bring your cat.
We can even have like a weekly meeting, Knights of the Round Table.
Round Table, Sir Richard, he'll be coming. His blonde beauty, Julie Nash, she'll be coming.
Everybody they're already sirs and lords and barons. So
there's lots of them, yeah.
We need a round table now.
We're going to have a big one.
We need a big round table.
And put it on the roof.
And then if we get drunk, we can get Excalibur out.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will.
Yeah, we can. So like I was saying, so I started chatting to this lady, and understandably she was saying, oh, you know, we want a big chain, we want, you know, security, you know, what's going to make you different? And I said to her, well, I believe that our idea is a better idea than anyone else's, without trying to sound big-headed. And I said, when we put our name above the door, I think it will be a success. And she said, well, you know, what name are you going to use? I said, the name will be Marika and Me Lounge Bar. To which there was like, I thought she'd hung up on me.
Yeah.
And I actually pulled the phone away and then said, hello, are you still there? And her exact words were these. She went, oh my God, I know who you are. Was that Marika I was talking to? I said yes. And she said, "You must be Mr. Paul." And I said, "Yes." And then we talked for about 20 minutes.
Well, I think you met him the next day, didn't you?
And then the next day, she was going to phone me and I was going to phone her. But I happened to come to the venue that I didn't know that was hers. And she actually, I was sitting down for 2 minutes. I walked past this couple. And then this lady got up, which was very courteous of her, and came to me and said, "Hello, you must be Paul." And I said, "And you must be Maria."
What
She
have I
said,
done
"Come
this
and talk
time?"
to David. And we got on like a house on fire. We did.
Yeah, very, very
And,
nice people, I must admit.
And hopefully we can make the figures match.
Yes.
And if we do, we are going to be a match made in heaven. And for you guys that are watching, that are coming to Paphos, I promise you, you are going to love the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And you're going to keep coming back and back and back. And it might have the word in its title, long bar, as Marika says,
Yeah.
because you are going to stay a very, very long time. Why is that? Because we're going to ball and chain to your ankle
That's it.
as soon as you walk in. No charge for that.
But there will be infringements on credit cards made.
Unfortunately, for
Yeah, there
people's
will be.
credit cards, yes, there will.
But we talk
That's
about
the way they will.
we talk about the exclusive like members only area and all that, but that's not going to be completely closed off, like you said.
No.
You understand that that money's not going to be affordable for everybody.
Correct.
So it's
But we can make privileged
exactly.
members.
It's
and
about
all that.
it's about getting everybody together and
Correct.
making everybody will be welcome.
Correct. And I think, because you're aware of it, Dame Anne's aware of it, Lady Ness, Lord Andy, these are people who have never met before that have one thing in common, that they come to Cyprus, and another thing in common, that they watch Marika and Me.
You're kind of just bringing people together, aren't we?
They
Giving
sit
them a
together.
safe space to do it as
So
well.
they're supposed to do it, yeah.
If you want to come here and just have a coffee, you can come here and just have a coffee and leave.
can,
If you want to come here and sit and drink and eat all day, you can do that.
You can do that, yeah.
You
If
know,
want to smoke a cigar, you'll be able to do that.
Marika's going to be front of house and running the show, so there's
She's
going to be
front of house.
entertainment.
Yeah, she's front of house. Don't be thinking we're going to be just managers. No. No. I know we're going to open from 10,
Yeah.
close at 12, maybe later on some nights. And this is something else I want to say, because a lot of bars, Promenade, Harbour, they start to close down at about 10. They don't mean to make you feel unwelcome, but they want you to go.
They get certain points,
We
don't they, most
are
evenings?
going to be open. As I was saying to someone
Yeah.
last night, if it's piddling down with rain, if it's the 2nd of January, we will be open until 12 o'clock at night. So if you're wandering around or just in your hotel and you're thinking, you know what, I wouldn't mind going out for a cocktail. Well, if you're not far from the Marika and Me Lounge Bar, which most people will not be,
Yeah.
you can rest assured, if you walk in at 11 o'clock, you will be treated like a king and like a queen.
There'll be none of the switching the lights off on
No
you.
switching the lights off. None of
There'll
that
be good
sort of stuff.
coffee, good food,
Yeah.
good beer,
I'll be after
and
your
good
credit card,
good
obviously.
cocktail. Jester of the court.
Yes.
That's your
idiot
job, yeah.
In a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses and a white stick one of these days because I'm getting older also.
Yeah, we know that.
We're going to have some live entertainment. We'll be able to morph into a sportsy bar out here
Yeah.
for those big events.
Yeah.
That special football match
Yeah.
if you want to watch it, that tennis tournament,
Don't forget the
all those
rugby.
kind of things. Because it's so big.
It is. There is so much potential.
So there's so much going to go on.
We're going to have a cigar lounge with a
We're gonna have a
humidor,
cigar lounge and a
Chesterfield sofas,
Chesterfield sofas,
stupid smoking jackets, which will be
stupid
for sale.
smoking jackets, which will be for sale.
Yeah.
You'll be able to buy Marika and Me
Merchandise.
Lounge buy merchandise.
Yeah, that's
blue
it.
hats, blue lighters, cigars, obviously.
We'll even have a T-shirt saying "the idiot in the blue hat." They'll probably
Definitely.
sell quite well.
Hopefully.
It's got your face
Yeah.
on it.
Could we charge more for that one?
Probably.
Hopefully. Anyway, drop in the comments. Do you like what you see? Do you like what you hear? Let us know. And please, please, please dig deep, because we're not begging you for the money, but we do need money to make this become a reality. And we hope you guys will get involved, because it's for obviously my benefit, Marika's benefit, Baron Von Cigar's benefit, but it's for your benefit as well. There'll be somewhere in Paphos, which I believe, by the way, it sounds big-headed, will become the most popular venue and probably the most famous venue, not just in Paphos, in Cyprus.
So,
Perhaps.
got to aim for the stars, haven't you?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, shall we say a big, big goodbye? You say a goodbye. I'm going to show them the view,
Okay.
and we're going to say thanks for watching.
So I'm going to say a
Paul,
big, big goodbye. So big, big goodbye.
Is that it?
What?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yes. Yes. Take that rat off you now.
All right, you can have that back.
You're not going home with that. That's for sure.
You
looking
sure?
forward to
I
going
can do
home?
this on the plane. No, not really.
Not really.
No, it's really flown by this time. The weather this time's been very nice for September. We've had a breeze most days. It's been It's been the perfect 10 days, but we've got to go to come back, haven't we?
Got to go back to the real world.
We've got to come back and
Don't
empty the piggy bank.
You've got to say goodbye to say hello.
That's it.
I'm going to leave you with the spectacality of a view indeed. And this, I believe, very, very soon indeed, will be the view from the rear terrace of the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Imagine yourself sitting here, supping on a pint or two, or perhaps, if your name's Lady Andrea and Sir of the Mart, a can of Pepsi. Same price as a can of Coke, except there will be an extortionate, and I mean really extortionate, service charge. Thanks for watching. We'll look forward to your company again very, very soon indeed.